guys, today's video is going to be day 9 of my 12 days of Jena's faves. I'm so excited because today's giveaway is actually going to be a very special gift to my Canadians. So from one Canadian to another, this is a Canadian only giveaway prize for day 9, just so that I can ensure that at least one of my Canadian subscribers will receive one of the prizes. Today I've teamed up with Kiehls Canada to reveal today's giveaway prize, but first, let's talk about the absolute best makeup product from each Sephora brand part 2. You guys really loved this video, and there's a number of creators that have done their own take on this concept. So I'm super excited to be continuing this series, and thank you to the creators for doing this idea before me. Let's talk about the very first brand for today's video, which is Tatcha. I'm really excited to share my absolute best product that I have tried from them. I have tried a number of products from them, and I love a number of their products. I love their sunscreens, I love their cleansing oil, I love their new body care line, I love their dewy skin mist. It was kind of hard to decide which one was the ultimate best, but this for me is the ultimate best from Tatcha. I think that if anybody were to order this, they'd really love it. This is the Silk Sunscreen. It's one of the newer products that they launched just this past year, and I really love this sunscreen. It's very serum-y and thin and lightweight on the skin, yet provides a lot of protection from the sun. This is an SPF 50. It does have niacinamide and hyaluronic acid in it, and it's actually a mineral sunscreen, so it's one that has a physical sunscreen as the sunscreen ingredient. I believe it's zinc oxide. Yes, zinc oxide 10%. This is one that has a dropper applicator, you can see. It's one that you just squeeze out. It's very lightweight, very serum-like, and very fluid. This is one that's so lightweight on the skin, you can just see how it looks there. So this is the sunscreen on my hand, and you really just massage it in, and it offers that really nice glow as well. So once it's actually on the skin, you have that gorgeous gleam. It's so beautiful. It's like the perfect sunscreen with a little bit of glow to it, and it also has beautiful skincare ingredients as well. Slightly edging over some other favorites like the cleansing oil, the dewy skin mist. There's so many to choose, but the sunscreen here is my personal favorite. I want to talk about Rare Beauty because this is one that really surprised me. I was really thinking that the absolute best Rare Beauty product was going to be the Soft Pinch liquid blushes. I really love those, but I actually think I love this product just a little bit more. This is the Warm Wishes bronzer stick from Rare Beauty, and this is often sold out at Sephora for good reason. It's a bronzer stick. It does have a rounded edge here, so you can apply it directly to the skin if you want, but the way that I like to use it is actually applying my brush to the stick and then applying it to the cheek. I find that it just gives me a little bit more control, and I don't have to buff the heck out of my cheek because I have a solid pigment line. I rarely apply stick bronzers directly on the skin like that. I really try not to, because when you buff them in, it's just a little bit extra work. If you can get it on your brush first and then apply it to the skin, I do find that it's perfect that way to keep it nice and diffused and to not have to be stressed out that it's too much on the skin. So this is the shade here. It's so beautiful. You can see it's very pigmented as well. It's honestly this perfect blend of having some warmth to it, yet still cool enough so that it's not too warm or too orange pulling. It's just a gorgeous bronzer color and a gorgeous formula, very creamy, high pigmentation. So this is definitely the absolute best product from Rare Beauty, but this is a strong brand as well. They also have come out with highlighters recently, and I'm super excited to eventually test those out. They are on the way to me, but I think they're a little slow. Given the Canadian snail mail, I'm not sure, but I will get that review out ASAP. Let's talk about a hair brand that I have loved for years, and this was very easily such an easy choice for me. This is Living Proof, and this is actually at Sephora as well. I remember when I first became a fan of this was actually when Jennifer Aniston was still a spokesperson. I think she is no longer because she has her own hairline now called Lola V, but that was literally when I first became a fan of Living Proof, so it's been a long time. But the absolute best line from Living Proof has got to be their Restore line. I love the shampoo and I love the conditioner enough to get the 24 fluid ounce pump big tubs of it. So I love this. My hair loves this. It's perfect for having a really nice lather, deeply cleansing the skin and the scalp, but it's not going to strip too much where your hair becomes too oily. It's just the perfect amount of clean where your hair is clean but not overly stripped. And I really like that this also reverses dryness because I do have a lot of color treatment in my hair. I've been blonder and I've been more dark like right now. So this has been one of my best friends the entire journey of my hair coloring history, if you will. I also love that it also works to reverse the damage from heat and from color, because obviously as you're using heat and color, you're unfortunately still contributing to damage on your hair. And so having these nice treatments and daily shampoos is great for just maintenance. So I've been loving this. This is, like I said, been my hair's best friend. Even the conditioner is fantastic. I'm just out of it. I go through the conditioner a lot faster than the shampoo because I like to almost do like a mask on my hair with that conditioner. It's just so lovely. I also love their dry shampoo, but I love the Restore line just a little bit more. Let's talk about Makeup by Mario. This was also a tough one because I feel like a lot of his brand is really strong. There's some that are kind of like mediocre, just a little bit. Some of the palettes, not all of them, are a little bit mediocre. But this is my instant love. This is actually a new release this past year. I'm so obsessed with it that it had to be like the best Makeup by Mario product. I love the blush sticks. I love the bronzer sticks. Those are a really close second place. But this new palette from him is easily my favorite, absolute best Makeup by Mario product. This is the Ethereal Eyes palette, and I really love this one because it's just like the perfect Jena palette in my opinion. There's all of the colors I'm super comfortable with, a beautiful creamy matte formulation. They're kind of like suede mattes is what Mario says they are, and they're definitely very easy to blend and to layer on the lid, and I love the shimmers here. Now, some people complain about fallout. For me, I'm not noticing fallout unless I'm using brushes, so for applying them, I use my fingers anyway, and it greatly cuts down on that fallout. Overall, this is a beautiful palette, definitely my favorite one, the absolute best from the line. It's gorgeous, you guys. I can't say enough good things about it. Close second are the blush and bronzer sticks. One of my favorite body care brands is actually Necessaire, and Necessaire has a number of beautiful products. This was easily the absolute best product that they have, only because I feel like this is a standout in the industry. This is the Necessaire The Body Lotion, and I love this because it just so quickly penetrates the skin. It's one of those body lotions that you can hop out of the shower, apply onto your body right away, and it seeps in quickly. It's not something that you have to wait around and wait for your body to dry, basically, because it's just too thick or like a butter-like texture. This is very beautiful and has that serum-like consistency. It's not quite a serum because they have a body serum product that's thinner than this, but it is a lotion that still has enough of that wateriness to really absorb quickly into the skin. I also love that this is scent-free. So for those of you guys that do not want scent in your lotions, this is perfect. I love this. Definitely the absolute best from Necessaire. I do think their eucalyptus line is beautiful, but this is by far my favorite product from them. Benefit was another tricky one, only because their recent blush release this year was beautiful. Like the Wonderlust blushes are stunning. Such a gorgeous range of box blushes from them. So I was kind of like, is that the best? Or is their brow products the best? No, but they're so good anyway. The best has got to be the Cookie Highlight. And can I just say that me and my friend Mel used to talk about this all the time. I think she might have been the one that said you need to buy this because it's amazing. So it's probably slightly biased that this is a great product, but also has a sentimental connection to me, given that my late friend and I used to talk about this a ton. So this is Cookie. It is extremely metallic, you guys. So it's one that you can keep more subtle or you can build the crap out of and look like you are shining from space. I'll show you the swatch here as well, but very, very pigmented, tons of beautiful shimmer and gleam with this. It sort of melts into the skin beautifully and gives you that gorgeous shine. Keep it more subtle if you would like. One layer or so will do that for you. Adding about 3 will get you kind of out of this world, crazy sparkly. I do think the gorgeous like outer packaging also makes it. There's people that either love or hate the box packaging that Benefit provides. It's really great for travel, but for certain certain brush sizes, it kind of gets in the way. So it just depends on what you decide that is, if it's important to you or not. But I do like the fact that it's extremely durable for travel. I have rarely seen somebody complain that their product was busted inside because the packaging is very, very well built. But the highlights are definitely edging over all of the other Benefit products, even though the blushes they just released, so beautiful. Hoola, of course, is beautiful. Their brow products. But Cookie is number one. Let's talk about Olaplex. Olaplex is one that was also extremely difficult for me. I am a big fan of Olaplex. I really love their line. I love that they have that gorgeous patented technology to really help rebuild the bonds in your hair. So this was a tough one, but also not at the same time, because I love their treatments. I love the shampoo and conditioner as well, but I mean, look at the usage alone. You can tell this is a favorite. This is the number 7 bonding oil, probably my 5th container of this overall. It is so beautiful, and I have another one that's almost gone. This is a lightweight oil that I use after I wash my hair and towel dry my hair, and then I comb it through, and I put this at the kind of like the shaft down, like midway shaft, all the way down to my root. Keeps it nice and shiny, keeps it nice and hydrated. It reduces the frizz. It's just a beautiful oil, very lightweight as well, yet packs a punch. So just be careful. It is concentrated. There's some people that complain about the size being so small, but this is something that really is so concentrated, just like all of their products, that you don't need a ton to have the desired effect. This smells like fruity and a little sweet, but mostly fruity. It is just, it's a beautiful oil. And like I said, almost out. This is definitely the best, absolute best Olaplex product. If I could only recommend one, it has to be the bonding oil. Let's talk about Hourglass, because Hourglass has a number of lovely products as well. But I would say the absolute best from Hourglass is their ambient lighting powder formula. And they've really extended this. They've done ambient lighting blushes, ambient lighting bronzers, ambient lighting setting powders. So that's kind of the formulation I'm talking about, which is the absolute best from the brand. They have strong foundations, they have strong lipsticks. But when it comes to their ambient lighting powders, they're unique to the market. They have light reflecting particles. They're just a standalone in the industry. And I think that's what Hourglass is really known for, is having that light reflecting, beautiful, lightweight powder recipe, if you will. So this is one of the setting powders. This is called Luminous Light. It's been in my collection for a long time. It's definitely a lovely setting powder. And I love the Hourglass like dark brown, like very shiny packaging. When you open it up, this is a full size. This will last you forever. But I love how this sets your makeup so beautifully. And then because of those light reflecting particles, it brings light to the face in such a gorgeous, like elegant way. It's not greasy, it's not shiny, it's just very natural and like you're glowing, but not an overdone situation. So I really, really love these powders. And these powders, like I said, they've come out with highlights and blushes and bronzers. So having one of these palettes is also a great way to try a number of different Hourglass ambient lighting products. So this one is Elephant. This is from this year's holiday collection. They have come out with 5 and 6 pan holiday palettes like this, which showcase a number of different ambient lighting products in one. And I do think this is a lovely way to try the brand. So this one's Elephant. It has a few highlights in it, some setting powders, a bronzer, 2 blushes. It's a lovely one. And this elephant design is so gorgeous this year. So this is also a great way to try the brand. It is the absolute best Hourglass product, in my opinion, hands down. The ambient lighting powders are just a game changer and something that is so unique to them. Let's talk about Laneige. Laneige is a brand that was super easy. They have really lovely skincare, but this is the standout product to me. Once again, we have a Mel connection here, so I'm going to preface that. But the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask, come on. If this is the one product you get from the brand, I do think you're going to be very impressed. So this is a limited edition pumpkin spice version. I don't think this is going to be around for too long, hence limited edition. But they often come out with different scents depending on the season. They have Christmas ones out now as well. They also have their baseline just permanent collection as well, which is just the standard scents. But this is a very thick and luxurious lip mask. It's one that really packs a hydration punch, and it comes with a cute little spoolie actually. So it's perfect. You don't have to get your finger in there, because that's another thing I'm not a fan of, is like jar packaging and having to stick my hand in there and then having like goop underneath my nail. It's just not a look for me. It's not a feeling. This one smells incredible. It's like a very subtle pumpkin spice. So it's not like an overkill, too synthetic kind of smell in your face. It's just that really beautiful, tasteful smell. But this really helps to keep my lips hydrated all winter long. I love especially using lip masks when I do my self-care days and I'm sitting in the bath. I have my sheet mask, I have my lip mask, I have all of the masks. I also use this at night, especially when my lips feel dry in the winter. My lips can be dry in the summer as well, just due to the heat, so you can really use this year round, but I find I'm very purposeful in the winter time because it's just a little bit of a different feeling. The Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask is definitely their best, and I've gone through a number of tubs of these over the years. I want to talk about this fragrance line at Sephora called Clean Reserve. This is easily the best scent in the line to me anyways. It's like the perfect Jena scent. I believe I discovered this first 4 years ago, 3 years ago. It's a long time ago, and this is now my second bottle that I'm almost out of. You can see it's right at the bottom there. This is the Clean Reserve Aqua Neroli scent. It's fresh. It just has those like citrus fruit smells with the neroli. It's a perfect blend of like fruity fresh. It's just such a gorgeous smell that I feel very comfortable using all the time. It's something that whenever I do use it, people are like, what the heck are you wearing? It's gorgeous, just lots of compliments. The staying power is lovely as well, but I just love this. It's the perfect everyday fruity fresh perfume. So beautiful. It does have a teeny bit of a floral undertone, but at the very, very bottom, it really is fruity fresh forward. I like that this brand also really cares for the environment. So the caps are made from sustainable wood from Spain. And I know when they create their fragrances, they use as many oils as they can from local growers from Brazil and other areas to support their communities as well. So that just also just feels like you're doing good for the planet when you're supporting brands like that. Absolute best scent from Clean Reserve. I love this one. I do want to talk about MAC Cosmetics because this is actually a brand at Sephora Canada. So I figured I would include it in the brands at Sephora because it is offered to us Canadians in Sephora stores. And by far, the MAC Extra Dimension Skin Finish line is the best. So, so lovely. I love the highlights that are from the Extra Dimension Skin Finish. And I also love the blushes as well. So it's the exact same formulation, but just in highlight form, in blush form. But the highlight here that I have is Whisper of Guilt. It's so beautiful and definitely a cult classic. It's been around for such a long time. There's tons of different packaging styles for this because they often do holiday packaging and they re-release it. It's just loved all over the world. One of those classics that a lot of makeup artists use and a lot of people have in their collection. It's this gorgeous, gleaming, soft gold highlight, very easy to apply to the skin, can be made subtle or built up to look very flashy. I am wearing it today on more the subtle side. So you can see there's a little bit of highlight on my face, but it's not too crazy. It is this one, just to keep it on the lighter side for today's look to really showcase the blush. This is so beautiful. And the blushes are the same. I've gone through a ton of these. This is the shade Fairly Precious, which might not even be around anymore. I'll try to see if it's around. But the reason why is because they have this like gorgeous glow behind these products. Whether it's the highlight, the blushes, they all have a glowy component to them. And that's something that I'm personally attracted to. I really love glowy products. Just given that that is the sole purpose of this line, this is by far the absolute best MAC product you can get. I think that's like my top recommendation of the brand. Lastly, let's talk about Westman Atelier. Westman Atelier is one of my favorite brands that's slowly creeping up to being one of my ultimate favorites. I really like the minimalistic, kind of multi-purpose sort of brand messaging that they have. If you guys are unfamiliar, Westman Atelier is founded by Gucci Westman, who is a celebrity makeup artist for people like Jennifer Aniston, if you're familiar with who that is. And this is by far my favorite product from the line. I do love their bronzer sticks as well. Their highlight sticks are beautiful. But I have to suggest to you guys the Baby Cheek Blush Sticks. This is definitely my favorite product, and it's slightly edging up over the bronzers that are such a close favorite as well. I have two shades here. I have Petal and I have Chochette. This is also just like the Rare Beauty. This is one that I like to put my brush into. I don't apply it directly to the skin. It is way too pigmented for that. I would literally have to beat the crap out of my cheek in order to blend it out because it's so pigmented. So my personal tip is to use a brush. That way you have full control. And here are the swatches. Both are gorgeous pinks. The first one is Petal. The second one is Chauchette. Beautiful, beautiful colors, richly pigmented. They last all day and they have this gorgeous hydrated look on the cheek. They just keep that slight glow to your cheek as you wear them, so you look like you have these healthy, flushed cheeks. In the past, I used to be very turned off by cream products because I felt like their staying power was not always there. And then I started discovering products like these, as well as other brands that have longer lasting cream products, and now I've become obsessed. So this is definitely very luxurious packaging. You can see the soft, like dove gray color, the silver and gold cap to these. Such a luxurious experience and definitely a beautiful product. The absolute best from Westman Atelier. Now let's get on to the lovely giveaway prize. This is exclusive to my Canadian followers, so this is only open to Canadians, and I have partnered with Kiehls Canada for this lovely giveaway prize. So in order to enter, subscribe to my channel, that's number one, and number two, let me know your favorite Kiehls product if you do have one. If you are someone that has not tried the brand yet, that's okay. You can leave a comment about your absolute favorite product from another brand in order to enter if you have not tried anything from Kiehls. But I think this is a lovely brand and I'm so excited to be partnering with them for today's giveaway. So the first thing in this giveaway is the gorgeous Rare Earth Deep Pore Cleansing Mask. This is so lovely, and this is dressed up in really cute holiday packaging. Can you guys see that? It's so gorgeous. This mask does a great job of removing excess oil and cleansing the skin really nicely. So this is definitely one of my favorite like pore refining masks. Next, we have the facial cream as well in really cute holiday packaging. This is also a best-selling product from the brand. So this is basically a set of best-selling products that so many people love. This one is completely fragrance-free. It deeply moisturizes the skin. It has squalene, which helps support your skin's moisture barrier. It's such a gorgeous, gorgeous cream. I love this during the winter as well because it just protects my skin from that extra dryness that this weather often brings my skin. Next, we have this alcohol-free toner from Kiehls. This is also one of their best sellers, and once again, dressed up in really adorable holiday packaging. I love that this is alcohol-free because it's a lot more gentle on the skin. So this is something that my skin tolerates really well because there's no alcohol in it. I can use alcohol toners, but I do have to be careful with overuse because it will eventually dry out my skin. This is something that has never done that, given that it doesn't have alcohol in it at all. So I love that it's nice and gentle. You can use it for daily use if you feel like you need to. Just makes my skin feel very soothed after cleansing, and I definitely think this is one of my favorite toners. We have the Kiehls Midnight Recovery Concentrate. This is a beautiful serum. First of all, I love the packaging of this. I always have that really rich, deep navy color. And it also has a gorgeous, like little Christmas packaging there. And I personally use this at night just because once I do, I wake up and my skin just looks like much more hydrated, has a little bit of a glow. I really love this for nighttime use, hence the name Midnight Recovery Concentrate. This is also free of alcohol as well, so if you guys do feel like you're sensitive to alcohol in your skincare, this is another one that's lovely. So I really like using this. It's beautiful for having that lovely radiant skin in the morning, definitely one of my favorites. For additional entries, you can follow me on Instagram, and you can also leave me a DM saying that you want to enter this giveaway. I think we're going to continue with this series because I really love hearing your absolute best products, and I also love the challenge of forcing myself to decide like the top product from every brand at Sephora. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye guys!